Hi, in this video, I'm going to walk you through a soil sample that I did. Since I'm new to this, I'm just going to show you the steps that I took. First, I went to growyoursoil.org. It has really good information, and John has a Master of Science in Soil and Crop Science from Cornell University. He has a lot of resources. I went to his website and he has a step-by-step instructions on how to do a soil sample, also where to send them to. You can send them to Waypoint Analytical or A&L Western. For my soil sample, I went with Waypoint Analytical, and once you click on the form, it will give you the PDF that you need to print out and send with the sample. And then you're going to choose S3M and soluble salts. Those are the samples that you want to request. You fill out your customer information. The next field will be sample ID. At the top is the address where I send it to. Please give them a call just to make sure the price is up to date, and they're really nice. If you have any questions, they'll answer them for you. The S3M price per test is $21. The soluble salts test is $3.50 per. I'm doing 2 areas. The total for the test and the shipping, the total cost is $59. This is one of the first areas, and this one is a 4 by 5 feet. The second area is a 16 feet long by 4 feet wide. For the 4 by 5 area, the first step that I needed to do was to clear out the area. There were 2 shrubs there. I started by cutting them down. There were some plants that I wanted to save, so I just repotted those. So this is the 16 by 4 area. This is the 4 by 5 area once it was clear. I've never grown in this area before. So it has been heavily mulched before. For the soil sample, I measured the area and put a string around it to make sure that I was collecting in the right area. For collecting the soil, what you'll need is the 5-gallon bucket, a shovel, and a hori-hori if you need it, but I'm sure you can use another tool or something similar. At first, I was going to use the blue bucket, but I saw that it had some paint on the side, so I decided not to use it so it wouldn't affect the soil sample. So I just went with the orange bucket. I went back to the area and I removed the heavy mulch. And for the soil sample itself, I started digging at an angle. I used the hori-hori as much as I could, really digging at an angle. Once I had the hole, I went in with the hori-hori and scraped soil from all the sides and just let it drop. Then I took my shovel and scooped some of the soil out and put it in the bucket. My only recommendation for this will be to make the hole wider. I did have a hard time taking out the soils. Once I took samples from the first hole, then I digged another hole within the 4 by 5 area just to make sure I got a good soil sample. I went around different spots. So this is the second spot, and I digged in about 12 inches. Once I had about 12 inches, again, I just scraped the side of the hole and I took a few scoops out. This is another corner that I took soil sample from, and I ended up with 2, 4, 5 different spots where I took soil sample from, just for the 4 by 5 area. Once I had all the soil in the bucket, I just went in and broke off all the big chunks and mixed it in pretty well. Then I got the soil ready to send it off to the lab. The lab recommends about a pound per sample, so I just took a scale and I ended up with just a little over a pound, which is okay. On the sample itself, I put my name, the soil sample name, front yard 5x4, the type of soil test that I wanted, S3M, and the soluble salt test. Once I had the bag label, I just went ahead and put the soil in there. Once I had the soil in there, I just took all the air out and I wrapped it really tightly and closed the bag to make sure soil wouldn't spill during the shipment. Once I had the sample, I just went back and covered all the holes. For the 5x16 area, I took samples from each corner as well. Right now that area has plants growing in, so my plan is to just let them grow as far as I can. This area is a little bit of a mixed bag, so I try to take a sample from each corner and each end of the raised bed. Once I had all the soil from the area, I went in with the shovel and broke off all the big chunks. I have 2 kiddos and usually one or both of them come out and give me a hand, and that's one of them. Then for the 5x16 area, I measured the 1 pound of soil. It's a little bit over, but that's okay. Then I label the bag with my name, the sample soil name, and what kind of test I wanted. Then I just put the soil in the bag. Make sure to get all the air out, wrap it really well, and put tape around it. Here are the 2 samples. Once you have your samples ready, the next step is to ship them off. For me, it cost me $10.10 to send off the package. Once they have completed the soil sample test, they're going to send you an email letting you know and the report. Another way to view the soil test results is to download the Waypoint app that they have. Once you download the app, you fill out your information and you're going to come to this screen, which is called Sample Tracking Filters. And it's going to show you your information, and you can search by beginning date, calendar date, and what type of reports you want to search within the app. Once I open the app, this screen pops up, the sample tracking filter. I just clicked on search at the bottom right, which is highlighted in red here. Then it's going to take you the sample report, so it's going to show you all the reports that you have. If you want to see the information for a specific report, you click on the right where I've put a circle there. Once you click on that, it's going to show you all the information for that report, the sample form that you send them and the report. And then you click on the report and then you have access to it again. The next step for me is to send this report to John from Grow Your Soil so I can understand what the numbers mean and how to improve the soil. And especially I'm working with him because he's going to give me organic recommendations that are going to work for each area. Anyhow, I'll show you the process once I'm all done working with him. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.